What's up, y'all? Appreciate you tuning in. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about baits, right? You walk into Bass Pro Shops, what do you got? Aisles and aisles and aisles of soft plastics. For me, I like to simplify things, right? When I'm fishing a tournament, I need to be efficient, okay? I have X amount of hours to get the job done, so I need to put my boat in the water knowing I have these baits here that I can feel comfortable with, and at any given location, any given time, I feel like I can get a bite and catch a good bag of fish. So what I do, again, simplify. I have 5 baits here, and we're going to run down and tell you a little bit about each one. So here we go. So what do we have here? Skinny Dipper, paddle tail swim bait. This is the Gold Digger color from Reactions Innovation. Fantastic topwater bait, emergent vegetation, lily pads, any of that kind of thinner cover when you're moving from point A to point B. I'm throwing one of these. Awesome deal with these baits is the hollow point screw in. It's almost like a bullet weight. Reduce your hang-ups, your snags, save your bait longer when you're catching fish. It doesn't roll down the shank of the hook. Wise investment. Definitely check that out. Skinny Dipper paddle tail swim bait. 5/0 offset EWG Gamakatsu Superline hook. Can't go wrong with that setup. My next go-to is right here. Stick bait. Whether it's a Sticko bait from Bass Pro Shops, or a Yum Dinger, or a Gambler Fat Ace, I'm throwing one of these weightless, skipping underneath docks, next to any kind of sparse cover, down do-nothing banks, stick-ups, anything you might see, and even some of the lighter vegetation. Put a 1/2 ounce, an 1/8 ounce, or a 3/8 ounce weight, tungsten weight, on one of these stick baits, and you're going to catch them. This do nothing bait will surprise you. Love that thing. Next, anything kind of a little bit heavier cover, I'll take a creature bait. This is a Gambler Why Not. It could be a Rage Tail Structure Bug or a Burner Craw from Gambler. But something that I can put anywhere from a 1 ounce tungsten to, a 3/4 or a 1/2 ounce tungsten with a 5/0 heavy wire Gamakatsu flipping hook. Pair that up with 65-pound test braid and go find some thick cover to punch in. That's a great bait, something more subtle and not as bulky as one of the jigs that's down the line. Alright, next up we have a swim jig. This is a 3/8 ounce Strike King swim jig paired with a Lil Easy Gambler. This is basically like my crankbait for vegetation fishing. I fish it a lot similar to the Skinny Dipper, but when I want to get a little bit deeper in the water column, I love using it around sparse pads and even the heavier cover. It just gets through it really well, and the big fish will straight hammer that thing. I use it a lot when I'm going from point A to point B and you're thinking you're in some unproductive water when all of a sudden you stumble across something thanks to this bait. So great search bait to have, and it's one of my favorites. Next up, when I'm going into the heavy cover, this baby right here. This is a 1 ounce to 1.25 ounce jig with a trailer on it, crawfish imitation, maybe a Gambler Why Not. Something like that, but this here's a double weed guard similar to a Medlock jig. I think this is actually a different brand from Bass Pro Shops, but same concept, and that's great for the heavy bull rushes and the heavier pads. That jig goes in and out of cover so effortlessly. It's a beautiful piece of equipment to have on the boat, and definitely works for getting that extra big bite when you want a little bulkier presentation. So that's basically it. That's my 5 go-to baits that I got a lot of confidence in. So obviously there's a lot of options out there when it comes to baits. This is not all I throw exclusively, but for right now, these are the 5 baits I have the most confidence in when I'm going out trying to catch some fish. If I was in South Carolina, my bait palette would be completely different. But in Florida, right now, these baits are doing me nice. So if you guys are in the area, give them a shot. When it comes to colors, again, I'm simplifying things. The water I fish is stained, so I'm fishing a lot of dark colors. Black and blues, June bug, anything with a lot of purple in it, blue flake, dark browns, that's basically it. When I'm throwing the skinny dippers, I'll go with like a gold digger to represent a gold shiner, or again, June bugs and black and blues on the skinny dippers. So simple on the colors. Everything here is 65-pound test braid on the heavy flipping. Power Pro does me well. When I'm skipping docks or throwing this stick bait, I will do 20-pound test Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. Other than that, it's all braid all day. I'm throwing all these baits on high-speed reels. I throw Shimano Curados. I want to be able to pitch into the heavy cover and bring it back to the boat as quick as possible, so I'm ready to make the next pitch and get the next bite. Guys, do me a favor, if you like this video and learned something today, hit that like button and do me a favor and just subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I'm having fun making these videos, and I hope you're enjoying watching them. So I just want to see where it goes. So appreciate it if you did that for me. Y'all stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.